Alright guys, it's right around that time again. Dust off that board of Gwent. Definitely oil up your swords. Get your potions ready and get a bottle of wine because we're going back into the wonderful world of The Witcher. So seriously though, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the games, and at least season 1 of the Netflix series was pretty good. After that, well...
Fuck off, bud. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Anyways, I've been waiting for these figures for a very long time. You guys also know that I'm a very big fan of Kotobukiya, so bringing the world of The Witcher to Kotobukiya was a natural progression, and I'm finally glad to see that they have the license for The Witcher to start making these wonderful products. Now, of course, I gotta talk about the big-ass alien in the room, and that's obviously Chris Helmsworth taking up the helm as the new Witcher. I got some mixed feelings about it. I'm gonna try to give it a honest chance. I was talking to some colleagues of mine who are gonna try to do the same thing, but I mean, there's something about, Geralt. He has to be a certain personality type, and unfortunately, not many actors can play Geralt, so this is kind of like the main problem. And just for some programming notes, a shameless plug, I got some really cool things coming in, including Kotobukiya's version of Ciri and Hot Toys' version of Queen Amidala herself, Padme, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so finally, let's get into it. Today we're going to be reviewing Kotobukiya's version of Geralt from The Witcher, the 1/7 scale statue. Let's take a closer look. Damn you, Kotobukiya, you do this to me every time. I took this out of the packaging and I instantly fell in love with it. Of course, I'm a little bit biased because I love The Witcher, but this is just gorgeous. A female version of Geralt, and this is actually a little less anime-esque. And I think it's the perfect melange between the Witcher world and the actual Kotobukiya-esque quality. Sculpt in the hair is fantastic, the eyes are amazing, the scars look great, and just take a look at those Witcher eyes. So stoic. Look at the scar, it's so beautiful. This head sculpt is amazing. Honestly, really cool. You gotta love the detail in the midsection of this piece. Everything is just done spectacularly. Look at all the sculpts. Let's start with the color palette. Amazing browns, grays, darker browns. The sculpt and the folds themselves are amazing. The armor set, just look at the chainmail. It looks like every individual chain or link is individually sculpted. And then of course you have those focal points with the straps. Absolutely great. The medallion of the Witcher just looks fantastic. It really pops out and makes this wonderful focal point. This is a spectacular sculpt, and I have to say, at this scale, there's a lot of detail here. Everything looks really awesome. Now, the lower section of this piece is a little bit weird for me and probably the only source of criticism. While I like the slab that it's on because it has this nice sense of diamondism, it does look like this thing belongs in an aquarium, like the decoration for fish. Now, the sculpt in the actual legs and trousers themselves, just look at that. Spectacular, really nice folds, etc. The sculpt in the boots and the buckle are also done very well. And of course, the forward motion, the diamondism looks great. I just wonder if this could have been better served by a different type of art style or design, perhaps being on an actual sign of The Witcher, or something a little bit more interesting so that this doesn't look as generic as it does. Again, it looks like it belongs in a fish aquarium, and I don't know, I'm a little bit off by that. Also, there's a bit of a leaning forward to the figure, so when you display this, you're not going to put it at eye level. You have to put it slightly higher so you can appreciate it more. So for me, this is the real selling point and the focal point of this piece. It's definitely the symbol or sign for fire. It's just extending out her hand and really just roasting a potential enemy or whatever monster he's hunting. Has this nice amber color, and as you can see the triangular sign in the middle. It's just, this is so cool, and it's not really doing it justice. It's so brilliant and vibrant that your eyes immediately go to this focal point in this piece. Really awesome, and I'm glad that they included it. In terms of art design, this was perfect. Now, for obvious reasons, you definitely have to mirror this piece because there's so much going on the reverse side. We'll start with the actual hair sculpt itself. Just that nice bun, very significant or a very iconic for Geralt. But more importantly is the dual blades on the reverse side. Again, this is another icon of the Witcher series. One of them is used to dispatch humans, the other one for the monsters or the beasts that he has to slay. So much detail in terms of the engraving, especially in the actual sheaths themselves. Very little fan service to speak of, but whatever, no big deal. And again, you get a greater appreciation of how she attaches to the base, but this is just beautiful. Look at those swords. Unbelievable, definitely mirror it. Now, unfortunately, the swords are not removable, they're pretty static, and we don't get an alternate head sculpt, but nevertheless, this figure, just as it is definitely a holy grail piece. It's already sold out in most vendors, and just like the Siri figure, it's getting harder and harder to find. I'm going to be reviewing that very soon. Probably, I don't know, in the next minute or two, but definitely pick this one up, guys, before it gets the eBay market. If you can find it for a relatively cheap price, pick it up if you're a fan of The Witcher, if you like Geralt, or if you're just simply intrigued as a Witcher fan of the idea of a version of Geralt that's female, then definitely pick this one up because it is so unique. Alright everybody, so that's my official review on Kotobukiya's version of Geralt from The Witcher, the 1/7 scale statue. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next Raudeza Reviews.